here to give himself the most optimal sightlines on the point.
Yeah, Birdring is actually getting jumped on by Miro right now, and Huyol jumps right in to protect him. So Birdring's able to stay alive, but Seoul Dynasty doesn't have their Winston here. It doesn't look like it matters, though, as it's going to be Fleta on Genji pushing on through.
Slow and steady, Matt wins the race. Seoul Dynasty now want to finish things off. Birdring is finally removed from the picture, playing from a position that ultimately he wasn't able to do too much from. Seoul took a fight inside this building that Wuyal's just emerged from, which prevented the Widowmaker from having any control of the outcome of the fight.
You did have some support changes, though, for London to come out, obviously to get back to the point.
Oh dear, that's the pick, man. Pulse bomb thrown in. Prophet doesn't connect with his one, but the fight is happening up on the high ground. It's all down to London to try and equalize this one and get themselves back in this, and they may have just done so. Munchkin gets removed by Prophet, who has a moment now to take a breath and survey the situation, but Fleta's doing just the same thing from the high ground. Tactical Visor is there. Throws down the biotic field, but actually doesn't get much healing out of it. Now the Transcendence. This should pave the way for Seoul once again to go in for an attack. They've only got one tick per one fighter, but Dosen from the high ground. It's a shutdown, but Zuma responds. A two-man self-destruct. Both DPS players for London have been removed. They double back quickly to the door. They were being flanked out by Dosen. He's down. Wuyo now gets a nano boost, but it won't be long-lived as he gets de-suited, and the Discord orb is applied for the extra damage. Gesture in. Birdring trying to follow up the backside here. The Winston already down. He went so quickly, and that may well be it. That's it for a team that's more offensive.
Now, one of the only differences you see here is London's going to be playing Mercy with Nuss on the Mercy. You like Mercy when you do have that Widowmaker in play. Damage boost, Birdring also obviously provide a ton of heals. Nice leak dart from Toby on the Prophet, but he pops recall right out of it, gets back towards the point.
Sloppy from Seoul to wake Prophet up in that case there. You can see London actually baited an engagement in that opening. And Gesture's like, yes, they're going to jump on our backline. This is my time to go in. What a beautiful execution from London.
So what London did there is they sent Gesture and Prophet to the point, and then at that moment, the Seoul Dynasty, they realized obviously the cut they're running is good at diving the Widowmaker in the backline.
Gesture's kind of left on his own as he tried to join Prophet. What must be done there on that low ground? It's all about pressuring this point. With Zumba being de-suited, Fleta's been able to rejoin the fight now, but J-Holmes looking for it, he gets the stick! No kill though, Transcendence is drawn out of the Zenyatta here, which is less than ideal for Seoul. And London are more than happy to continue to apply pressure. Miro just got chunked down. He's forced to use his own Primal Rage. Two big ultimates are forced out of Seoul, and they're still losing players, Matt. Miro returns to the point to realize that he's bereft of teammates, and now he needs to try and make something of the situation himself. First tick coming up.
And they're putting so much pressure on trying to get Benotion, but he's just being pocketed by Nuss, just flying around, and they're letting everybody else drop on the point. This has been fantastic for the London Spitfire. They will take point B with 6 minutes and 23 seconds left.
Initially, the Spitfire tried to play that sort of Junkrat Widow composition on defense, so this is a change for them, I guess. They eventually switched to this comp when they realized it wasn't working out. This is actually good early trades here for the Seoul Dynasty. They've gotten rid of Gesture already, and Miro fell in response, but Birdring is not present, so it's only one Genji to rule them all right now, and it's Fleta. Found Benotion a little bit too close there. Perhaps discretion the better part of Valor in this case, and the London Spitfire realize they've already lost the fight.
Well, it's interesting, you want a Widowmaker, right? When it's just like you need that one pick, and one pick kind of decides it all. With 40 seconds left on the attack for the probably going to go on a Gesture as soon as the push comes in. Get there.
That's a nano boost here. Gesture knows exactly who he's looking for. Doggedly pursuing, and he's going to force the Transcendence out of J-Hong again. J-Hong hasn't been able to press Q in his own volition this entire map. However, the turnaround has been very good. The backline for the London Spitfire got taken down very early on in that fight, but Prophet is trying to make up for the deficit. He eventually falls to Miro here. Toby moves to the point. It's a sound barrier. It's Wuyal and Birdring's trying to get away. He needs a couple of seconds to heal up with the Orb of Harmony right now. He can't help Wuyal at all. The mech's down, so is the pilot, and this is good for the Seoul Dynasty for the time being. Birdring forced into another reflect, and that's the Transcendence he was hoping would come. Now we can play around that a bit more confidently.
Yeah, and he's getting very close to a Dragon Blade as Gesture will come back off of the respawn. Prophet connects with a big pulse bomb there onto Zumba, going to use that self-destruct. They'll take out Nussa as well, as Seoul Dynasty having some reinforcements, but it's going to be a Primal Rage from Gesture. Knocks them off the point just a little bit. We still have Birdring here, playing McCree. It's kind of worked out thus far, though. I mean, he has picked up some kills, put down some damage. just where do you really get good use of a Deadeye here on point A on Hanamura?
Gotta be tricky. There's a lot that's going to obscure the field of view. And Toby, the one to find Birdring, it's responded though. So support is down here for Seoul, and they got Birdring the res up. That Mercy's been so important for them on this map so far, and now Prophet can run right in the back lines. Deadeye connects, Munchkin's down. DPS is lacking for the Seoul Dynasty, and they got nothing in terms of healing. This fight is over.
And they're able to just blow up Birdring at the beginning because Toby actually hit the sleep dart on a Huyal, so you don't have that defense matrix there, so Birdring's just getting assaulted by Fleta and Munchkin. But they do take the point. Dragon Blade, Nano, and then maybe a Primal Rage, just trading your Transcendence for those 3 ultimates to come out. That would be a pretty good trade for London.
Fleta forced into reflect. Miro can actually take the high ground. Flash thrown in, but Bedry's so low. McCree is vulnerable and not very mobile. It's tough to play him in these circumstances. However, it's a 1-for-2 trade with Birdring being brought back up. London are at full strength right now. Fleta has a Dragon Blade, but he's in the spawn. It might be another Nano Blade for Seoul to try and get themselves out of this one yet again. Trading still. Jae-Hong down. Gonna be a self-destruct running over the point. A great flash. Fleta shut down. Oh, he's low. We actually found Birdring despite this. Birdring wasn't able to complete the kill. The Nano Boost might have made it hard to get the extra damage in, but now it's just Sunba. This is it for Seoul. They need to get back on towards the point of pressure, but no! The margin was way too thin. The London Spitfire start off strong. And really, Matt, you had to say it was the first Spitfire defense that really gave them this map.
And then here on their point B attack, I thought...
Up and sort of taken down. It's like a death sentence. But so far, the Spitfire have set themselves up here on the point for the time being. You can see Fleta is just picking in from the window out towards the side. Does catch on to a couple of these players on the Spitfire with these rockets, but no considerable damage being done yet.
I was just going to say, Fleta can't come into the point, right, because he's playing Farah. It also is very difficult for Munchkin to go into the back line against a McCree in 76 and a Zed. So just a ton of damage, that consistent damage coming out there.
Frustrating for Fleta. He'll be forced into a reflect if he gets caught out with a Deadeye. But now the Seoul Dynasty are actually fighting on the point, which is very different to how they started out the last fight, Matt. Now they're going to try and pressure a response from the Spitfire. And it all starts with this. Miro jumps in here, trying to attempt to break them apart, but Fleta gets nothing! Not a thing! His first Dragon Blade for the map, and it may well be his last. It's connected with the Helix rocket and taken down. Zumba at least gets his revenge and actually finds 2. The Divas in this match are really a highlight, but Prophet is just showing us a little bit of finesse.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're going to need it because Flood is going to build up towards a blade. 80%. You're going to be able to farm off of some of these tanks that are going to come on in. They're going to use it a little bit early. They want to dive in deep. They're going to get Jae-Hong again. A lot like NYXL. They focus down Jae-Hong early. Same thing here from London.
Have they found the weak link here in the Seoul Dynasty? I never thought I'd say there was one, but Jae-Hong's been dying first in all of these fights, especially the last 2. Flat of the Dragon Blade. It looks nice. It's for show. That's about all it's going to get in this round.
With no team help.
At this stage, Jae-Hong is flinching every single time he sees Prophet. He's been terrorized by him for this entire map so far. And you can see he's very interested in staying as safe as possible. You can see the Prophet is on the hunt. Jae-Hong's off the edge. Dust gets another big one. Got a very crucial boop on Munchkin in that previous round, and this time it's Jae-Hong to start the fight. Jae-Hong can't catch a break, Matt.
Yeah, just it's so by the Diva from Seoul Dynasty as Seoul trying to work their way around the outside to the point.
Oh, that's very clever by Miro. They're just hiding by the stairs. Prophet wasn't ready for that. And now jumping back into the fray will be the Spitfire. Look at them, the death ball that is London. Again, throwing itself now at the Seoul Dynasty. The Sound Barrier going to help a lot with this. They love to brawl, they love a bit of chaos, and Birdring needs to back away. Micro Rockets, though, probably a little bit more than he could chew. And Zumba again, huge performance by this man. Shutting down Birdring once again. But not off the edge, so this might be his opportunity here to go in for a bit of a Dragon Blade. Waiting for Bedosin and his Transcendence to finish Jae-Hong down at the start of the fight. Fleta struggling. The star players from the Seoul Dynasty are being extinguished one by one here. London Spitfire have definitely got their number. Zumba back in the mech, but again, it's too late in the fight for him to have any meaningful impact. Well, and the Spitfire will take control again.
And I think we're seeing why they switch off of the McCree in 76, because I think London is realizing...
He'd already used his dash, but he was still in danger. Now the Sound Barrier. You see the Spitfire happy to let the point be taken for now because they can choose to start the fight however they would like. Jae-Hong now coming with a Transcendence. He thinks that's a better option than dying first in this fight, and I would tend to agree with him. But the Dragon Blade coming in over the top. The Pulse Bomb already found Jae-Hong. Everything's being thrown to the Zenyatta on the Seoul Dynasty, and Birdring's just the icing on the cake right now. Toby flattens London Spitfire takeoff.
So London uses their
the low ground now is trying to return up, but the damage is too much. He couldn't even vape his way through that one. Taken down by Wu Yao, but Gesture falls to Miro. Now the Reinhardt can set up on the point here, which is great. It's going to give the Seoul Dynasty a defensive zone to work around behind that shield. And Prophet, you cheeky little man, getting a little bit too close to Zumba, who spots him out. The Micro Rockets find their spot. I mean, Zumba's had an incredible series so far. Really the biggest performer on the side of Seoul Dynasty thus far. Let's see. Birdring's on that high ground on that Widowmaker, but he can't shoot.
Yeah, he can't do anything. I mean, Miro's just standing there with his shield up as Seoul getting very close to taking the point. Nuss will use his Valkyrie. That's a direct response to Jaehong using Coalescence. They get up to the high ground.
Prophet, hello?
Do you know
hello?
Said Prophet? Come on.
Oh man, Zunba's just doing so much work right now. Prophet was like he wasn't even aware that the Diva would still be there. Oh, how about another one? How about Bedosen? Zunba is just the man right now to fix all the problems. Great use of the Diva's mobility there, while the rest of Seoul sat on the point and capped it to apply pressure. Nothing the Spitfire could do.
But who is healing him? You have Jaehong as Moira going to use a Coalescence right now as they demek Booyah. But I know Toby can't really provide much healing up in the sky to Fleta either.
I don't know what Gesture's trying to do here. I think he didn't expect to lose Wuyao when he did, or Nuss going down, but he was going in there to make space for who? For Prophet? I don't think so. He wasn't in a position where he could get part of that fight either, so perhaps just to stall and die on the payload there. Gesture with the Primal Rage, but it doesn't really garner too much more for the Spitfire here, as they've not come up with a response to the Dynasty.
They'll be able to get a touch, because you see where Birdring is. Should be able to work his way all the way back to the payload. Doesn't exactly have to hurry. But Ocean actually gets taken out though by Munchkin, so you lose that Transcendence. You probably were going to try and Transcendence onto the payload. And you see Birdring just
gonna give it up.
Darts right on by. Yeah, you're going to have to give it up at this time.
With interesting that Bedosen was standing so far forward. He did get hooked, of course.
They have a sound barrier. Are they even going to make it back to the payload? Prophet's going to sit up on the high ground and nail this grab from behind.
Prophet now to dive in. This is Sparta, ladies and gentlemen! 3 people caught in the Graviton Surge and the sound barrier thrown in by the Spitfire just for good measure. But the back cap was underway. There's actually 3 players from Seoul who went all the way into the back lines to try and get the payload home. But now they've been discovered. It's all been a ruse. And the London Spitfire were ready to tackle them as they tried to finish the map. Zunba knocked out of his mech here, taken down. The overtime bar is depleted, and the London Spitfire complete the hold on their home ground of Kings Row.
That was such a sick grab there from Prophet. Himself up with a mine to try and just shoot down above the barrier. It was really nice.
But getting around that Orisa barrier, trying to circumvent it in some way is important. Obviously it's convex, so you can sort of get into the backside. Birdring, what are we looking for here? Doesn't have a Riptire, so just wants to get a high ground position. Prophet's already got himself nestled in behind that Orisa barrier. Now the damage is starting to accrue. Birdring, watch out! It's gonna be nasty! Fleta just falls, and now Birdring chasing down. Sometimes death comes on a peg leg, Matt. And Birdring again still has pole position here just to rain down damage. Munchkin, good little transition towards the side. He actually picked off Bedosen. Not an easy target to connect with when under duress, but it won't really be enough to keep them in this fight.
You notice when Birdring is up on that high ground,
only Bedosen getting knocked to the ground. Great response by Gesture here. The Reinhardt battle's definitely being won out by the Spitfire in this round.
You see it's going to be the grab that comes out as well from London, Mitch. They push on forward, getting close, taking this checkpoint B. Looks like Seoul's going to back all the way out. And there it is. That's going to be the second point taken for London. So they hold on to their Earth Shatter. Bedosen will earn himself that Coalescence.
Earth Shatter. And now Birdring again. It's time to get some chaos! Toby and Munchkin have already fallen. The Mercy's not going to be there to provide that so important healing. Zumba won't get back in his mech. The self-destruct really noticed by anyone in particular. It doesn't really seem to bother them at all. Micro Rockets connect with Jaehong, and now it's going to be Miro trying to get out. It was an attempt from Wuyao to knock him off course. Miro is not in the fight at all. He's sitting in the back of the room. He needs to get back to the fight while the rest of his team are struggling to hold on. By the skin of their teeth, Munchkin down. I think he blew himself up with his own right click, Matt. Not ideal. Zumba to be desuited. Jaehong just gets cut out of the fight, but Wuyao gets put to sleep through the defense matrix. It doesn't matter. This series is already over. History repeats itself. And the Seoul Dynasty once again pull up short as the Spitfire looking cool, calm, collected.
The pulse bomb, Esports the back on now gets very low.
Oh, Gesture down. It was a little flick from Munchkin to get the job done. And Birdring now, yeah, not much you can do there as Widowmaker. Not the best angle for her. Jaehong's missing. No one the Transcendence from Bedosen has definitely been important. Now the bubble thrown down. Nuss being pressured off screen, and that's a nice little pulse bomb thrown in there. The extra damage definitely goes a heck of a long way. Wuyao dealt with Toby. And now Prophet's dancing on the payload. This Transcendency really should lock things up. Jaehong's probably a little bit annoyed that he has to use it at all, if I'm honest with you. But the gesture coming with a Primal Rage here, you can see Birdring just in the little corner there was getting a couple cheeky shots onto the point. These two tanks have bought a lot of time, but it may not be enough, and it won't be enough to keep the Spitfire in this fight.
They did end up forcing some ultimates out, though, from Seoul Dynasty. They'll swap off of Mercy. They'll run Lucio here as Prophet. Time to really push back, they'll answer back though with a Transcendence. They want to get aggressive yet again.
Flutter, Dragon Blade time.
Seconds left.
He knows now it's his chance to go in. He's found two. Flutter, get a D-suit here on Wuyao, and that's a pretty good job done. He found both supports. The timing was excellent. He knew when the trans was over. Flutter comes in with some more. This guy, a little bit of a quieter series for him, Matt. Hasn't been dominating like he did so far this stage, but that's a good resurgence for him, and it has gifted Seoul the final stretch now.
I just feel like our expectations are so high if Fleta game in and game out. Like, he makes so many plays.
London aren't able to really stave this off too much longer. Zumba does get desuited as a result, but that's about it. Gesture sidles up onto the payload, now faces the scrutiny of the entirety of the Seoul Dynasty. Here come the reinforcements though. The cavalry is here. Birdring on the McCree.
And you have Nuss using Valkyrie, just keeping Gesture topped up. You're going to be able to use that Valkyrie to heal up the rest of the players on the cart. Just trying to stall this one out for London. Nuss in a very difficult situation as he's able to heal up he's able to heal up Prophet and Wuyao during that as both players were low. Miro was in the back trying to push out Prophet on the Widowmaker, but some nice healing there from Nuss, able to keep both those players alive. So Seoul does make more progress here than they did against New York. Against New York, that's Zenyatta on your squad.
Toby's been saying for ages he's wanted to play more than just that Mercy in stage one, and now he's able to do so.
That helped too late there for Jaehyung though, right?
Is he? That's that aggression from Wuyao.
Yeah.
Once again, both supports are down, Matt. Picked apart. And the dive, it's a proper dive. Sometimes the D.Va doesn't always dive in with the Winston and Genji. Sometimes the D.Va stays midway between, like Coolmat, for example. He really tries to split his time between back and front line. But so this time, Wuyao wants to be in the mix. And it's so hard to deal with a dive like that one. First checkpoint here for the Spitfire. Flawless execution.
Yeah, it's like just a dash through of Jaehyung that comes in from Prophet, and then Prophet and stage 2. Obviously, Zen's so important to your team's overall damage and healing. It'll be Prophet.
Prophet Blade here. Yeah. Easy done. 3 kills. Zumba being desuited and fed to the monster that is the Blade.
And Miro gets slept as he's trying to come from the backside because they did have Munchkin and Fleta playing all the way deep back by where London was spawning. They were going to come in and try and pinch with Miro. As soon as Miro gets slept, they opt not to. They're going to use a nano boost there as Wuyao tries to block.
They missed it.
Zumba coming to the point. It doesn't matter though, Mitch. They're going to get 2 kills right away. Both supports yet again dead for Seoul.
That's so sick for Prophet. He's had 5 kills in the last 2 fights, and it doesn't look like he's done there. Miro drops in, who knows it's all but done. An attempt perhaps just to hit Bedosin in the back line. Not going to be finding anything. 5 minutes and 12 seconds. The London Spitfire. It is hard to find fault with them today, Matt. You know that fortune favors the bold, and Birdring is more than happy to opt into these straight duels. Now the infra side is going to tell him exactly where Fleta's going to be peeking from. Fleta may not have heard the voice line from that, and he gets taken down. Birdring just manipulates the situation to be at his advantage. He has an inherent lead. And now it's going to be pretty much a clean up here, man. There's not much to be said or done from the Seoul Dynasty. They will be wiped from the face of Gibraltar. And now Zunberg gets at least a decent on Wuyao, and it's a desperate attempt now for the Tracer to come in, and Munchkin can't do much. He's slapped in the face. The gauntlet to complete the series. Wuyao there as well, looking pleased as punch, and why wouldn't he be, Matt?